Now, in today's podcast, we're going to talk about how to communicate needs in the neurodiverse relationship. We're going to talk about one of the most important skills where one person is autistic and the other one is not. And we're going to learn how to communicate the needs clearly without blame, shutdown, or escalation. Now, if one partner is autistic and the other one is neurotypical, you're not just communicating across personalities, you're communicating across nervous systems. And if you don't understand that piece, you will keep misreading each other. Now, this is not about who's right or wrong. It's not about who cares more or who cares less. It's about learning how each of you sends and receives emotional data. So today, I'm going to break down common NT and neurodiverse communication styles, explain where misfires happen, give you exact phrases you can use, and walk through healthy boundary setting. So let's slow this down and build it properly. First of all, let's look at the core misunderstanding. In many neurodiverse relationships, the NT partner communicates relationally and emotionally, but the neurodiverse partner often communicates informationally and logically. Now, neither is wrong, but here's the collision. When the NT partner says, "Well, I sure have been feeling alone a lot lately," the neurodiverse partner may hear, "Oh, you're failing me." And when the neurodiverse partner says something like, "Well, I don't understand what you want from me," the neurotypical partner may hear, "Well, I don't care." That's not what's happening. What's happening is this. The neurotypical nervous system is looking for emotional resonance. The neurodiverse nervous system is looking for clarity and specificity. And when those two don't meet, both partners feel unsafe. Now let's look at understanding NT communication. Neurotypical partners often speak in emotional shorthand, assume subtext will be understood, use tone and facial expression as part of the message, and want validation before solutions. The NT spouse might say, "Well, you never ask about my day." What they mean is, "I want to feel important to you." But they didn't say that directly. And here's where coaching begins. If you're the NT partner, your work is this. Move from emotional implication to clear articulation. Instead of, "You never ask about my day," try, "It helps me feel connected when you ask about my day. Could you ask me once in the evening?" That's specific, actionable, and it also reduces defensiveness. Neurotypical wives often fear that being this direct feels demanding. It is not. It's mature communication. Now let's look at understanding neurodiverse communication. Autistic partners often prefer direct language. They're not going to intuit emotional subtext. They pretty much all the time feel overwhelmed by layered emotional delivery, and they may go into problem solving instead of emotional attunement. When you're talking to your autistic husband and you say something like, "Well, I feel overwhelmed," he may respond with, "Well, what specifically is overwhelming?" That's not cold. It's a regulation strategy. Now, if you are the neurodiverse partner, your growth edge is this. Before solving, acknowledge. Try, "I hear that you're overwhelmed. That sounds heavy. Do you want me to comfort you or do you want me to help you to problem solve?" That sentence is powerful. It signals, "I'm here, I care, I don't assume, and I'm not trying to minimize your pain by offering a solution." And it prevents 80% of common arguments. Now let's talk about the two-step method. This is a simple structure. Name the need clearly, make it behavioral. Needs must become behaviors. Here's a bad example. "I need more connection." Here's a better example. "Could we sit together for 15 minutes after dinner without phones?" Here's another bad example. "I need you to be more affectionate." Here's a better one. "Could you initiate a hug when we get home?" Specific behaviors calm the neurodiverse nervous system. Clear structure reduces anxiety. And here's something very important. If you are the autistic husband and you agree to a behavioral request, follow through consistently. Consistency builds trust faster than emotional intensity ever will. Now let's talk about healthy boundary setting. Boundaries are not punishments. They are clarity about what you can and can't do. For example, the neurotypical wife might say, "You know, when conversations turn sarcastic, I feel hurt. If that continues, I'm going to step away from that discussion and revisit it later." Here's an example for the autistic husband. When discussions escalate in volume, my nervous system shuts down. If voices rise, I'll need to take a 20-minute break, but I will be coming back. I promise to return. Notice, no threats, no shaming, No diagnosing, just cause and effect. If X happens, I will do Y. That's a boundary. And boundaries protect the relationship. They're not rejection. Now let's talk about the escalation interrupt. If you're the partner that tends to escalate, bear this in mind. Escalation feels powerful, it feels justified, but it shuts down communication and it also shuts down learning. Try this reset phase. I'm kind of getting flooded right now. I don't want to damage this conversation. Can we pause and restart? Now, if you tend to be the partner who shuts down, you can say, I'm not disengaging or trying to abandon or reject you. I'm regulating. I'll come back in 20 minutes. That level of clarity builds safety. Now, here's a special note. Listen. Communicating needs in a neurodiverse partnership is not about becoming someone else. It's about becoming clear. To the neurotypical wives out there, say what you mean in behavioral terms. To the autistic husbands out there, acknowledge emotion before solving. And for both of you, turn needs into specific, repeatable actions. Now, if you'll practice that consistently, your relationship will feel less chaotic and more predictable. Safety will return, trust levels will return, and predictability will return. Now, if this was helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs it. And last of all, remember this. Different nervous systems can absolutely build a stable, loving partnership, but only when clarity replaces assumption. I'll see you in the next video. Would you like to schedule a paid private coaching session? This will be in the form of a face-to-face Zoom call. Underneath any of my videos, you'll see this Calendly link. If you click on that link, it'll open up my calendar. You can pick the available days and times that works for your schedule. You'll get a follow-up email immediately after purchasing a session that will have the Zoom link that coincides with the day and time that you picked. I will get an email too that you scheduled a session, and I will be available on that exact day and time, and we will talk. I look forward to working with you.